Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Mindset series. My name's Rochelle and today we are talking about discipline being self-respect. So this is something I think that we can definitely judge other people on and look at other people and say, you're not disciplined, like if only you did this, you would get this. But when we think about ourselves, we don't apply that same harshness or discipline to ourselves, right? Discipline isn't being harsh on yourself, it's committing to something enough that you give it everything you have every day to achieve your desired result, essentially. So discipline for you is going to be choosing what is sometimes going to be the hard road over what's comfortable. So for example, if our goal is to be a fit and healthy person, we can't just be a fit and healthy person without putting in the work, right? So discipline could look like us going to the gym 4 times a week and lifting weights, and then us doing maybe 1 cardio session on top of that. If you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, I can't be bothered today, like I'm not feeling it, that's not really you being disciplined. You're not going to get the results you want if you're too easy on yourself. And like this is a grey area. I'm not saying don't go easy on yourself. Definitely give yourself grace when you need it, but you need to be disciplined enough to follow the plan and not just like your mood, essentially. You need to follow a plan. So if you want to be fit, you need to go to the gym 4 times a week, you need to lift heavy weights, and you need to do some cardio. And if you're not doing those things, or you on your 3rd day you're like, nah, I can't be bothered, are you really being disciplined? Are you really committing to your goal of being a fit and healthy person? No, you're not, because you're not doing the actions to get yourself there. Like, give yourself enough respect that you would give someone else to actually follow through with your goal. And instead of giving yourself to everyone else all the time, what if you gave yourself to yourself? Like, what if you gave everything you had to yourself and to your goals and to your dreams? And if you gave that same amount of energy that you give to everyone else to yourself and towards your goal of being fit and healthy, like imagine you would be like shredded right now. It's like so crazy to think, because it sounds simple, but it also sounds harsh. I'm not meaning for it to sound harsh. Like, sometimes you've just got to call out yourself when you're being lazy. That's kind of what I mean, is if you know deep down that you're actually being lazy, then you need to just follow the plan and be like, no, I committed to this, I'm gymming 4 times a week, so you go hit the gym. If you wake up with the flu and you're coughing and sneezing everywhere, that's a different story. If you're not feeling it, then like fair enough, you're sick. That's not what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about is when you wake up and you just can't be bothered. Like that's not giving yourself the respect to actually follow through and achieve your dreams and goals, right? Like it's not. And I think like this discipline thing can be applied to so many things in our lives, from like such small things like what time you go to bed, what time you wake up, how much screen time you have, how often you go to the gym, what you put in your body, like so many things, from the fact like I want to have a successful YouTube channel, or I want to have a podcast. So that means that when you wake up every day, you have to take an action towards that, right? You have to be disciplined. You have to commit. I'm going to record 2 videos a week, and I'm going to upload 1 video a week and give my chance to self to edit. Like it can be realistic, but it has to be disciplined, and you have to do it over and over again to see the result. Like if you're not doing it, then you're doing nothing. You're keeping your life the same way as it is. You're not improving your mindset, you're not improving yourself. Like this is all about your personal growth and development and what you need to do to get where you want to be. I think really now is a good time for you to reflect and think of maybe some things that you half committed to, or that you wanted to do, or maybe you still want to do them, but you don't have the discipline to do them. You're not taking the daily actions towards doing them. Now's a good time to reflect and think, what's a good example of something that I committed to that I'm actually not doing? A good one that comes to mind for me is definitely like, I need to work on my flexibility and mobility in terms of like my joint health and things like that. I do not stretch. I do not warm up properly, and those are things that I've been wanting to do. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to warm up properly, and this is going to help me, lift better and run better and not be in pain every day. But you know what? Do I wake up and do something towards that? No, I don't. I'm being fully accountable here. I have not been doing anything aside from some rehab stuff that I've been doing on the side for an injury that I've got in my hip, I'm not taking any actions daily or consistently towards having better mobility and better flexibility in terms of warming up, stretching and things like that. So that's a fantastic example of something where even I'm not taking accountability and saying, hold on, you're just being lazy. Like, it's not that hard. Take 5 minutes out of your day, Rochelle, and go and stretch, use the foam roller, a massage gun, something, do something. That's what I'm saying, is you just have to do something, and it doesn't have to be like this massive thing, but if you commit to something and say, I want to do this, do it. You've got to do it. So that's my hint after this video, to go and stretch and do some mobility so I can actually like stay on track for my goals, right? I don't want to be an old and rigid person. I want to be able to move freely and continue to go to the gym and continue to run and all these things that I love. So that's my one thing that I need to do to actually stay accountable, stay disciplined, and actually do that. So have a think about what yours is. It could be something like super small like that, or it could be something much bigger. Maybe you're wanting to save money and you're not because you know you're impulsively buying things online. I don't know, it could be a million different things and it's individual to you. So pause the video, have a think about what that is for you, and then have a think about a realistic way to implement that habit into your life. For me, it's going to be, okay, let's set a timer for 5 minutes before I go to bed and I'm going to do some stretching. It's as simple as that. Like, stack your habits, do whatever you need to do to get it done. Just stay disciplined on whatever you set out to do. I think another thing as well is like the way that you talk about your discipline or your goals, and this kind of relates into the previous video, so if you haven't already watched it, please go do. That like the way you speak about something you want to do really sets you up for either success or failure. So for example, if using my example of me needing to stretch, right? If I say, oh, I'm trying to become more flexible and more mobile and stretch, I think by saying it that way and by thinking it that way, clearly I haven't committed to it. Clearly I'm saying that, oh yeah, I might do it, I'm half in, I'm half out. I'm trying. That's not I'm doing it. So you need to say to yourself, instead, I am going to be, not even I am going to be, because you need to embody what you already are. You need to say, I am flexible and I am mobile. And then take the actions towards that. Use the self-talk of like, you are already there, you're already living it, you're already doing it, and become that person and do it, essentially. So not, oh, I'm trying to spend less money, or I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. That is already like self-talk in your brain saying, I'm trying, I'm not fully committed, I'm not really that disciplined, I'll give it a go, but let's be real, I'm probably not going to do it. Like that's what you're already telling yourself without even realizing it. So just be cautious around the language that you're using, whether you're talking to someone else or you're talking to yourself or whatever it may be. Just be cautious of that and know that the way that you speak about the things that you want is really indicative of whether you're actually going to do them and get them. So I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching. I want you to be disciplined. I want you to pick one thing this week that you really want to do and spend 5 minutes a day doing that. If you can spend more time than 5 minutes, go for your life. Please do that. But if you have to start small and build on it, that's okay too. But just take that daily action. Be disciplined every day, every week, whatever your goal is or whatever you want to do towards that thing. And I promise you, you will get it. You will be happier with yourself. You have more self-respect because you're actually doing the things that you want. You're not just giving your energy to everyone else, you're giving that energy to yourself. You're loving yourself, you're being respectful of yourself and your dreams, and you are using that to get what you want. So I'll see you in the next episode of the Mindset series. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, see you.